Good evening everybody, today we're going to take a brief look at the history of guitar hero Buckethead, highlighting his most pivotal career moments. Moments that had a significant impact and changed the course of the GOAT as we know him today. So, let's take a look. Woo! In the late 1980s, whilst Buckethead was honing his guitar skills, he sent a number of demo tapes to San Francisco-based Guitar Player magazine. He would eventually become good friends with two of its editors, Joe Gore and Jazz Obrecht. Jazz Obrecht recorded all of the footage that can be seen on the Young Buckethead DVDs, whilst Buckethead was living with him in the early 1990s. He also later released the From the Coop and Acoustic Shards albums, showcasing Buckethead's earliest known recordings. And Joe Gore has been referenced by Buckethead numerous times for encouraging his Buckethead persona, which, if it weren't for Joe Gore, might not exist today.
I knew this writer at Guitar Player, and his name is Joe Gore, and he really is the one that I feel I owe a lot to, because he encouraged me to do it. Is that, like, you should just go be Buckethead, like, go play. Because I was always, like, super scared to play. And I was like, oh, yeah, that would be cool, because I could do everything I like doing as this character that I'm totally scared to death to do otherwise.
Jazz Obrecht and Joe Gore were both highly influential in the early days of Buckethead, and played a pivotal role in where his career went. Speaking of which...
Well, I met Bucket through this guy named Joe Gore, and Joe was like, this guy sent a tape, and his name is Buckethead, and it's like a pretty funny video, and it's just, but this guy is shredding brain, you gotta check this guy out. And I was like, well, what do you mean? He's like, here, let's plop it in. It was VHS. You know, he puts it in, and there was this dude playing the guitar like I had never seen anybody play it, and I was like, oh my God. And Joe was like, he's coming to San Francisco to meet me. You gotta meet him. I'll bring him by the house. And Joe Gore brings this guy, Buckethead. And it was interesting because out of everyone, I think for some reason, you know, him and I just hit it off the best.
So, through Joe Gore, Buckethead met Brain, and the two are still best of friends today. And through Brain, Buckethead would meet Bill Laswell, who in turn would introduce him to Bernie Worrell and Bootsy Collins and form the band Praxis. Whilst Buckethead's days in the Deli Creeps band certainly fine-tuned his look and style, joining Praxis with highly respected and award-winning musicians was a pivotal moment in Buckethead's life and career. In 1992, Praxis released their debut album, Transmutation, and that same year, Buckethead released his debut solo album, Buckethead Land, produced by Bootsy Collins. Buckethead would release several solo, band and collaboration albums throughout the rest of the 1990s, but his next pivotal career moment came when he supported the Les Claypool-fronted band Primus during their 1999 tour.
He was born in a coop, raised in a cage, children feared him, critics rage. He's half alive, he's half dead. Folks, they call him Buckethead.
With his new Jackson Coopwood guitar and the introduction of hand puppet Herbie, the tour introduced Buckethead to a brand new fan base, and can be seen as his first fully fledged solo performances, with one of his most memorable appearances occurring at the 1999 Ozfest.
Who's this guitar playing, sons of bitch?
With 1999 already being a breakout year for Buckethead, the release of one of his now classic albums would further elevate him to new heights. In In September 1999, Buckethead released his highly acclaimed album, Monsters and Robots. The album spawned Buckethead's first solo music video, a comic book, an award nomination, and to date is still his biggest selling album. Monsters and Robots is also the album that was rumoured to put him on the radar of a certain Axl Rose. Just over 3 months after the release of Monsters and Robots, Guns N' Roses frontman Axl Rose invited Buckethead to his home for Christmas, and a few months later he officially joined the band. The new Guns N' Roses made their onstage debut in January 2001, first playing at the House of Blues in Las Vegas before heading to Rock in Rio, Brazil, in front of a global televised audience and a live attendance of 200,000 people. Rock in Rio catapulted Buckethead into the mainstream and is by far one of his most pivotal career moments. Despite a well-received show in Rio, the band failed to capitalize on its success, eventually cancelling a European tour twice, and remaining inactive for the rest of 2001 and most of 2002. They would finally return to touring in August 2002, making a highly memorable stop at the 2002 VMA Awards. Although the vocal performance by Axl Rose wasn't great, it was energetic, unexpected, and great for Buckethead. And just like Rock in Rio, showcased his skills and persona to a whole new audience. Once again, the band failed to capitalize on the performance, cancelling their North American tour following a handful of riots. Understandably, Buckethead would leave the band just over a year and a half later, citing their inability to complete an album or tour. His next pivotal career moment came with the rise of a certain thing called YouTube. Less than a year after its inception, a Buckethead video was uploaded to YouTube that became an instant smash. Uploaded on January 27, 2006, it wasn't the first Buckethead video uploaded to YouTube, but it was and still is one of the best. Introducing him to a new, younger audience, Buckethead gives his best ever performance of the song Whitewash. And yes, it's better than the one with the birds. several months later, and possibly due to the success of the video, Buckethead was given an opportunity that would turn into another pivotal career moment. If you didn't discover Buckethead from any of the previous moments mentioned, then it's highly likely you discovered him from this, Guitar Hero 2. In late 2006, Buckethead submitted the song Jordan to be used on the highly popular video game Guitar Hero. Practically everyone who's played the game became an instant fan of Buckethead. It's arguably the toughest song to play on the game and has spawned countless 100% expert videos. Following on from the success of Guitar Hero 2, in 2008 Buckethead submitted another all-time classic song for Guitar Hero 3, Soothsayer. Although the song had already been out for 2 years, its release on the game skyrocketed its popularity, making it and Jordan Buckethead's 2 most popular songs to date. The success and attention the Buckethead gained from Guitar Hero is right up there with his stint in Guns N' Roses, and it could be argued that it gave him a more solid, loyal fanbase than it did during his days in GNR. In 2011, Buckethead made a pivotal decision in his career with the release of the Pike Albums. Despite Buckethead self-releasing albums in the past, the Pike Albums are the first you can buy direct from Buckethead. The Pike Albums have allowed him to be free and independent from record companies, release material at a far greater speed, and regardless of what you think of those albums, they are 100% Buckethead doing what he does best. And I for one fucking love them.